Hey guys, so today we are going to talk about Bitz boxes and ongoing projects. So you can currently see in my camera, I've got two ongoing projects, and I've got a bunch of samurai here, and I've got over there all of the, I believe I mentioned them in some of my first videos, a bunch of my Mongolian models, which are going to, they're specifically Dark Oath, and I also have a little bit of a spare bit here. So we're going to do a video kind of explaining kind of plans as we go. What I try and do is, as you can see, there's two units here. I try and build, sorry a sec, I try and make that lock into distance. I also have some stuff over there, just some monsters. But I try and build at least a kit or two ahead of time, and then as I go, I'll spray paint them, like you can see, and I'll work on them. Now you can see, obviously, these are pitch black spray painted. Those are black with white. It kind of varies per model. Actually, real quick, I will also show off the kit bashing I did. I didn't, just a sec, it won't lock in now. If it'll focus, there we go. They did not release the Samurai Leadership kit before I actually built these. So I built these, and then like a week later they announced the kit. But yeah, I made like a lord, a guy with a banner, and so on. But regardless, I kind of have two projects at least going on at a time. Right now I've actually got more projects than ever. But I'm mainly going to be talking about Bitz for this video. I just want to show those off, kind of give you an idea of what might be coming in the future. So, Bitz boxes. It's kind of hard to show you them, but these were all... I'm not sure if any other countries kind of have ice cream this way. These were ice cream tubs. Specifically, they were compliments. I got them from various family members and stuff. After they finish their ice cream, you just fill it up with boiling water, wash it out. One or two of these are mine because I've been saving these for the last year or so. But what I do, I'm going to pull these off now, is sort these out in a way that you're going to kind of, you pick out your bits, you separate them per box, and you put in what you need where you need it. So for instance, let me pull out a kit that I've got some leftover bits from. So this right here, I built the Iron Blaster scrap launcher from the Ogre Kingdoms or from Ogre Maw tribes, whichever you prefer. I ended up building a pirate ship and something else, and I took the main body of it and built this thing, which I'm not really sure how much farther I'm going to take this. I might paint this, I don't know. I'm kind of saving this for a bit, but yeah. That's that current project. But I have these bits here left over, just a bit of random stuff. We got some wine casks or ale casks, some cannonball stuff, cask things, some hooks, a noose, a shield, just kind of random bits. So as you collect kits, you're going to get tons of these spare bits, and a lot of people save them. I personally save them. What I do is I separate them into the easiest way I'm going to use them. So for instance, this box, if you look through, it kind of looks a little unsorted, but in reality, it is to a degree actually pretty sorted. These are all weapons that have some level of hand or arm attached. So it's kind of, this is all my arms options. So like for instance, this is a banner, but there's an arm there. This is a halberd, but again, an arm. And over the years, I've collected these, and there's just random bits and pieces. Like for instance, there's a Bretonnian Knights of the Realm icon thing. One of these banners, and so on. It just keeps going. And what you do is, as you go, you find maybe if you want to kit bash something, you can just grab something from this box. This one specifically is just arms, like I said. So we'll shove that to the side. Next box, this is all bodies, and just, sorry, just like random bits and pieces in there. This is primarily bodies or body kind of things that are attached to a body. So for instance, this isn't a body, obviously. This is a cape piece that attaches to the body of a Stormcast. You have stuff like some leftover Roman body, some old kit bashes I did when I first started, if that'll focus. It was an old style Firstborn Space Marine. I kind of ended up just kind of kit bashing some stuff. There's a random, I believe that's a lieutenant or something. It doesn't matter though. And there's tons of random stuff. Like here's if it'll actually focus. This is a Blood Reaver. And it just kind of goes on from there. Just random bits and pieces that are related to the bodies of your models. This is where you're going to get any bodies. Like for instance, this is a Berber infantry body. I ended up finding that I hadn't painted. I'm going to actually turn this into a Berber, or specifically for my faction, the Semijids, which are inspired by Arabia. It's going to be a Lord. So I do already have a Lord. I'm going to do another one. Next box. So far the sorting is bodies in one box, arms in another, and you don't need to use ice cream tubs for this, you can use anything. This is all heads of various types. So for instance, here's a Bloodthirster head. And let's pull out whatever this is. This is a Bretonnian Knight of the Realm head. Sorry, it's not going to focus on everything. This bowl, by the way, it's covered in that kind of dark brown stuff. This was a paint tub. I used water in this and used that for when I was painting. I ended up swapping that out though. Actually, I can't even see this. What is this? This was a blood warrior head. I cut off the corn icons. So yeah, these are all heads of various types. For instance, demons, old chaos warriors, or kind of new now-ish with the old world. And yeah, again, just replace heads whenever you want to. So, next up, we have shields. This is all kinds of shields. Mainly these are mass shields that I got. Like I bought like 30 of these types of shields. These are old. This is actually from before the old world came out. These are Tomb King shields. There's also stuff like the actual original Dark Oath shields. I believe these came with some Romans. There's a Stormcast shield in there. You know, all kinds of shields. And you'll find sometimes you can use shields for various things, like obviously 4 shields. But I believe for my goblins, I actually used a shield as like a cover for a wheel. And this is the final box, this is the most important one, and that's where this is actually going to go. Because you'll see this doesn't fit any of those mentioned things. It's a bag that goes on like the side of an ogre. And it's not an arm, it's not a weapon, it is not a head, it's not a body, it's not a body part in any way. So this is just a cool bit to have. So chuck it in this bin here. I'll show you what that other thing was in a second. But this is all kinds of random stuff. This was the green stuff that I built into a thing. This is actually garbage. So we've got all these random bits and pieces. Like there's some Lego in here. This is from a dollar store wagon. Lego wheel. Lego wheels are very good for this. There's somewhere if I can grab that. This is an electronic thing. This is an air pressure something. I don't even know what it was for. This is to be kitbashed into a cannon for a Lehman Russ. There's little bits of random stuff in there. There's 3D printed bits like this bell. I still have 1 or 2 of those. A Lego barrel. This arm from one of the Adeptus Sororitas things. There's a busted up side of a... There's a busted side from a Caradron Overlord's kit. There's a bow that I attached a string to. Here's a blood... I can't remember what they're called. Greatsword from those special blood warriors. There's the body of an ogre, or of a giant. Actually, I believe I have a video. I'm not sure if I released it already, but it shows actually where the rest of this guy went. His legs went into that Hyro Titan build I made. The arms were used for other stuff and so on. But yeah, there's a Lego gate here that I'm going to be using to make a castle gate at some point. There's another piece somewhere in here. There's all kinds of random stuff. So this is essentially your cool, just random bits. And you can throw anything in here. Like, for instance, we got a Martian, we got a Roman backpack thing for the lion skin, got a Lego chain, got a chunk of meat, pretty much, and even weapons that are just weapons without any limb parts, and weapons that you've kit bashed. So you can chuck anything in here that you want, and it just kind of goes from there. And finally, I have this last little container that I use for all of my skeletal bits as I go. I only recently started sorting this, so it's not full. It should be. I'm going to be getting a kit of Erewhon skeleton soon. The way I sorted this is skulls of various types, rib cages. I believe this is legs. Looks like legs. No, it's arms. That's arms. This is random bones. For instance, broken bits. Like in there's a leg or two that actually snapped. I'm going to have this one here for legs that are intact still. I'm actually all out, so I do need to get some Air 1 skeletons soon. Over here's feet, and yeah, this is just kind of, random bits, but this is for essentially any little kit bashes for dead skeletons or dead bodies that have turned into skeletons and so on. But yeah, a little kit for bones, and that's kind of how I sort my bits, and I'd recommend something similar for you. Other than that, there's not a whole lot else to say. Just save your bits. Actually, one thing, this right here, I do need to turn these into bits and throw them into the box. This kind of thing, where it's all one piece, but it comes in two, build that before putting it away. So like, clip these off, melt them together with the plastic glue, and then chuck them in the bits box, because you don't want to have half of it, then you have to find the other half if you ever want to kit bash it. Again, you don't need to. I just would recommend that. That makes it a bit easier. And also, you can also save these sprues for skeletons of buildings. Now, I haven't done that yet, but I do have a ton of spare sprues for when I start doing that. I'll probably try and do a video or something on it. Show you kind of my process there as kind of a starter at this. But yeah, have a good day. Hope you enjoy.